Nature is often awe-inspiring, but sometimes it can be downright terrifying. One of the creepiest ways it shows its darker side? Bugs. All over the world, there are insects so massive and menacing they seem like they've crawled straight out of a nightmare. But they're not fiction, they're very real and absolutely horrifying. Here are some of the massive and dangerous insects that actually exist. The giant hornet. The giant hornet is a deadly predator, and a terrifying one at that. Roughly the size of a matchbox, this massive insect isn't just intimidating because of its looks. It's one of the most venomous insects on Earth. Its quarter-inch-long stinger injects a powerful cocktail of enzymes that destroy tissue, but what makes it truly dangerous is its neurotoxin. This venom can disrupt the nervous system, triggering severe allergic reactions, anaphylactic shock, and in some cases, death. Despite having a lifespan of only 6 months each year, these hornets are responsible for around 40 human fatalities annually. One of their few weaknesses? They can't handle high temperatures. Native to Asia, their range stretches from India to Japan, where they dominate the insect world as relentless hunters. They don't just kill, they obliterate. Using their strong mandibles, they shred prey like praying mantises into a paste, not for themselves, but as food for their larvae. And during the summer, their hunt intensifies as the colony's appetite grows. When a scout hornet discovers a honeybee hive, it releases a special pheromone to mark the target. What follows is a brutal, coordinated assault. Just one giant hornet can wipe out over 300 honeybees in an hour. While they rarely pose a threat to humans, for smaller creatures, the giant hornet is a true nightmare. Swift, strategic, and utterly lethal. The giant prickly stick insect. Meet the giant prickly stick insect, Extatosoma tiaratum, also known as the spiny leaf insect. Native to the rainforests of eastern Australia, including New South Wales, Queensland, and parts of Victoria and South Australia, this insect is a true master of disguise. At first glance, it looks like a dried leaf, but this is a living insect, brilliantly evolved to vanish into its environment. Females are the larger of the sexes, reaching up to 20 centimeters in length, and are covered in thorny spikes that serve as both camouflage and defense. Males are smaller, with wings that allow them to fly in search of mates or escape danger. While they lack heavy armor, their speed and surprise wing flashes make up for it. Their defense tactics are impressive. When threatened, the spiny leaf insect curls its abdomen like a scorpion, raises its limbs, and may release a toffee-like odor with a clicking sound to startle predators. Males might take flight, flashing their wings in a dramatic escape. Stillness is their greatest weapon. They often sway like leaves in the breeze, blending in with colors that range from brown and green to pale yellow or white. Even the young nymphs are disguised, looking and behaving like ants, which discourages predators. Even more fascinating, females can reproduce without males through a process called parthenogenesis. They flick their eggs onto the forest floor, where ants often collect them, mistaking them for food. The ants eat the outer shell, leaving the eggs intact. These eventually hatch safely inside the nest. With their extraordinary camouflage, defensive tactics, and even reproductive trickery, the spiny leaf insect is one of nature's most bizarre and brilliant survivors. The Hercules moth. Meet the Hercules moth, one of the largest moths on Earth and a true giant of the insect world. Native to New Guinea and northern Australia, it was first described in 1877 by entomologist William Henry Miskin, and it certainly lives up to its legendary name. With a wingspan reaching up to 27 centimeters and a wing surface area of around 300 square centimeters, the Hercules moth is the largest in Australia. Its golden brown wings, adorned with white markings and transparent windows, make it a breathtaking presence in the rainforest canopy. Males are easy to recognize by their long, trailing wingtails, while the caterpillars are equally impressive, growing up to 12 centimeters long and weighing around 54 grams. These thick, pale green or blue larvae are dotted with yellow spines and red spots, making them striking figures among rainforest foliage. What's most fascinating is that adult Hercules moths don't eat. Once they emerge from their cocoons, they survive entirely on the energy stored during their caterpillar stage. Their larval diet includes rainforest plants like Disoxylum molissimum and Polycius elegans. Their adult life is short, focused entirely on reproduction. With no need to search for food, every moment is spent seeking a mate and continuing their lineage. In the insect world, the Hercules moth is truly a wonder, massive, mysterious, and marvelously efficient. The giant burrowing cockroach. Don't be fooled by its name. The giant burrowing cockroach is far from your typical pest. Native to northeastern Australia, especially Queensland, this remarkable insect, also known as the rhinoceros cockroach or litterbug, holds the title of the heaviest cockroach in the world. It can grow up to 8 centimeters long and weigh a hefty 35 grams. Unlike many cockroaches, it doesn't have wings and doesn't scurry around kitchens. Instead, it's a burrowing specialist, equipped with strong clawed legs and a tough armored body built for life underground. These cockroaches dig burrows over a meter deep, where they live, breed, and take shelter from predators and extreme weather. At night, they emerge to forage for dry leaves and decomposing organic matter, playing an essential role in the ecosystem by breaking down litter and enriching the soil. Think of them as the forest's recycling crew. Even more fascinating is their lifespan, up to 10 years, making them one of the longest living cockroach species. And when it comes to reproduction, they're full of surprises. Females give birth to live young, carrying their eggs internally until they hatch. A single female can raise up to 30 nymphs, which she protects in her burrow until they're ready to fend for themselves. When threatened, the giant burrowing cockroach emits a loud hissing noise by expelling air through tiny openings in its abdomen, an effective defense mechanism. But don't worry, it's completely harmless to humans. It doesn't invade homes or spread disease. Tough, tidy, and misunderstood, this is one cockroach you might just admire. The tarantula hawk. With a name that sounds straight out of a horror film, the tarantula hawk is one of the most formidable wasps in the insect world. Growing up to 6.5 centimeters long, this giant wasp is infamous for its gruesome strategy, hunting tarantulas with eerie precision. Found across the globe except in Europe and Antarctica, tarantula hawks are unmistakable. Their sleek metallic blue-black bodies paired with blazing orange or rust-colored wings are more than just stunning. They're a warning to predators. Don't mess with me. The female tarantula hawk delivers one of the most painful stings known to humans. Her 12mm stinger isn't just for defense, it's a tool of survival. She paralyzes a tarantula with a single well-placed sting, then drags the immobilized spider to a burrow. There she lays one egg on the spider's abdomen and seals it inside. What happens next is chilling. The larva hatches and begins feeding on the spider, avoiding vital organs to keep it alive as long as possible. Only when ready to pupate does it finish the job, emerging later as a full-grown wasp. Despite their brutal start, adult tarantula hawks are nectar lovers. They feed peacefully on flowers like milkweed and mesquite. Males don't hunt at all. Instead, they linger near nectar sources waiting for females. Their painful sting is short-lived for humans, often described as electric and paralyzing, but not medically dangerous. Most predators avoid them entirely, though some birds like the roadrunner are bold enough to take the risk. The saber-toothed longhorned beetle. Meet one of the largest beetles on Earth, the saber-toothed longhorned beetle, scientifically known as Macrodontia cervicornis. This towering titan of the insect world is most famous for its massive saber-like jaws that give it a truly formidable look. Native to the rainforests of South America, spanning Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Brazil, and the Guianas, this beetle is an impressive and intimidating sight. The largest recorded specimen measured a jaw-dropping 17.7 centimeters, even surpassing the legendary Hercules beetle. But size isn't their only claim to fame. These beetles spend the majority of their lives hidden from sight in the larval stage, which can last up to 10 years. During this time, the larvae burrow deep inside decaying wood, carving out intricate tunnels that can reach over a meter long and up to 10 centimeters wide. Once they emerge as adults, their lives are fleeting, lasting only a few months. Their mission is singular: reproduction. Females deposit their eggs beneath the bark of softwood trees, where the next generation begins its long journey underground. Despite their fierce appearance, these beetles are not aggressive and pose no danger to humans. Those enormous jaws may look menacing, but they're primarily tools for survival, used for feeding, mating displays, and self-defense. A marvel of evolution, the saber-toothed longhorned beetle is a perfect example of how size and specialization can create a truly unforgettable insect. Red driver ant. Don't let their size fool you. Red driver ants are among the most coordinated and relentless hunters in the insect world. Measuring about half an inch long, these ants are known for their astonishing teamwork and military-like precision during hunts. Unlike many other ant species, red driver ants have a clearly defined body structure, with distinct head, thorax, and abdomen, each playing a crucial role in the ant's survival. But their most fearsome feature? Their razor-sharp mandibles. Like living scissors, these powerful jaws allow them to cut, carry, defend, and even dismember prey with ease. There's a fascinating difference between the sexes in this species. Male red driver ants, often nicknamed sausage flies due to their plump winged appearance, live brief lives focused solely on mating. Once their job is done, they die shortly after. In contrast, females are wingless, much stronger, and are the real workforce of the colony. They build the nests, care for the young, forage for food, and lead hunting expeditions. When it's time to hunt, red driver ants transform into a mobile army. They march in wide columns, following scent trails left by scouts. Their coordination is stunning. Together, they can take down prey far larger than themselves, from insects to small mammals, using sheer numbers and synchronized attack strategies. They may not be venomous or monstrous in size, but what they lack in individual power, they make up for in numbers and unmatched efficiency. Red driver ants are living proof that in nature, teamwork can conquer almost anything. Arthropleura. Long before dinosaurs ruled the earth, a colossal armored creature crept through ancient forests, Arthropleura, the giant millipede of prehistory. Its name, meaning jointed ribs in Greek, perfectly describes its long, segmented body that looks like it crawled straight out of a science fiction nightmare. First discovered in 1854 by German paleontologist Hermann von Meyer, over 60 fossil specimens have since been uncovered across Europe, the UK, and North America. These fossils reveal an astonishing truth. Arthropleura could grow up to 8.5 feet long and nearly 2 feet wide, longer than a car and large enough to cover a grown adult. Some scientists believe that when raised, it could stand as tall as a human. Weighing an estimated 110 pounds, Arthropleura was built like a tank. Its body featured at least 30 armored segments, each reinforced with thick plates and protective nodules. Most fossils are not full skeletons, but rather molted exoskeletons, shedded skins it left behind as it grew. Oddly, no complete specimen has ever been found. The number of legs is debated. Some estimate 64, while others argue for fewer. Its legs may have even helped with breathing, an incredible adaptation for its time. In 2018, a 2.5-foot-long segment was discovered on a beach in Northumberland, England, the largest Arthropleura fossil ever recorded. We haven't yet found a fossilized head, but experts suggest it had antennae for sensing its surroundings and poorly developed eyes, relying more on touch and smell. Its diet remains a mystery. Most agree it was herbivorous, feeding on ferns and decaying plants, but some speculate it may have been an omnivore or scavenger. Whatever it ate, one thing is certain: Arthropleura was among the largest invertebrates ever to roam Earth, a living relic from a time when bugs were giants. But Arthropleura isn't the only ancient creature that stuns us with its alien appearance. Throughout the fossil record, and even in today's living insect world, we find a variety of strange, otherworldly beings that look like they belong on another planet. The white witch moth. Known by many names, ghost moth, great grey witch, and great owlet moth, this incredible insect is one of the largest moths on the planet. Its name, white witch, comes from medieval naturalists who struggled for years to catch this elusive creature with their limited tools. With an impressive wingspan that can reach up to 30 centimeters, the white witch holds the record as the largest moth species on Earth. Its wings are a stunning sight. The top side glows pale white, decorated with intricate mosaic-like patterns, while the underside is darker with brown tones that perfectly mimic tree bark, giving it superb camouflage from predators. Native to the tropical regions stretching from Argentina all the way up to Mexico and occasionally as far north as Colorado, this moth roams a wide range. Yet despite its impressive size and broad distribution, much of its life cycle remains a mystery to science, especially its metamorphosis stages. The caterpillars feed mostly on legume plants like acacia and mesquite trees. Harmless to humans and agriculture alike, these larvae don't have stingers or teeth, making them gentle giants of the insect world. Their early development remains largely undocumented, adding to the mystique of this majestic moth. Though widespread, the white witch moth continues to keep its secrets close. Still, there's no doubt it's an insect of remarkable size and rare beauty. The prehistoric dragonfly. Meganeura was a true giant of the insect world, living around 300 million years ago during the late Carboniferous period. With an astonishing wingspan of up to 2.5 feet, it was one of the largest flying insects to ever exist. This ancient predator was armed with sharp mandibles and spiny legs, making it a formidable hunter in its time. Fossils of Meganeura were first uncovered in France in 1880, but it wasn't until 1885 that the French paleontologist Charles Brongniart officially named this magnificent creature. Thanks to its powerful wings, Meganeura could glide effortlessly through the dense, humid air of prehistoric Earth. Though not as fast or agile as modern dragonflies, its slow, bird-like wing movements were perfectly suited to the oxygen-rich atmosphere of the Carboniferous era. Even as a larva, Meganeura was a fierce predator, hunting fish and aquatic insects in ancient wetlands. Upon reaching adulthood, it took to the skies, preying on smaller insects and amphibians, including frogs. Its large, compound eyes gave it excellent vision, allowing it to spot prey from afar, while its spiny legs and razor-sharp jaws ensured that once captured, its meals didn't escape. Today, all that remains of Meganeura are fossils, but its legacy as a giant predator of the ancient skies remains unforgettable. From these colossal creatures of the past, we now turn our focus to a more delicate yet equally breathtaking insect, the Queen Alexandra's birdwing. Queen Alexandra's birdwing. The Queen Alexandra's birdwing is the largest butterfly species on Earth. Females boast an impressive wingspan ranging from 9.8 to 11 inches, truly making them the giants of the butterfly world. This breathtaking butterfly was named in honor of Queen Alexandra, wife of King Edward VII, recognizing her efforts in conservation. Discovered in 1906 by naturalist Albert Stuart Meek, the Queen Alexandra's birdwing is native exclusively to the rainforests of Papua New Guinea. Sadly, this magnificent species is now endangered. The International Union for Conservation of Nature notes that its habitat is confined to a small region near Papandetta, spanning only about 100 square kilometers. Factors like deforestation caused by expanding oil palm plantations and the volcanic eruption of Mount Lamington in the 1950s have drastically reduced their living space. Female Queen Alexandra's birdwings are especially unique due to their large size and rounded wings. Their creamy bodies contrast beautifully with brown wings marked by white chevrons and a striking yellow band on the hindwings. Males are smaller, with wingspans between 6.3 to 8 inches. Their vibrant blue-green wings are patterned with black, and their angular wingtips and slender bodies stand in sharp contrast to the females. This striking difference between the sexes is called sexual dimorphism. The Queen Alexandra's birdwing is a true marvel of nature, combining beauty, grandeur, and rarity in one extraordinary creature. Atlas beetle. Atlas beetles rank among the largest beetles on the planet. Males can grow up to an impressive 12 centimeters long and weigh as much as 100 grams, making them some of the longest and heaviest insects known. A striking feature of the male Atlas beetle is its large, curved horns, completely absent in females. These horns are vital weapons in battles for dominance, territory, and mates. During mating, the male also uses his horns to lift and position the female. Native to the tropical rainforests of Southeast Asia, Atlas beetles inhabit countries such as Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and Borneo. They thrive in humid forest environments rich with decaying plant material. As larvae, they feed on rotting wood and organic matter, playing a crucial role in breaking down forest litter and recycling nutrients, essential processes for a healthy ecosystem. Adult Atlas beetles, however, do not feed and dedicate their short lifespan, just a few weeks to months, to reproduction. Despite their formidable appearance, Atlas beetles possess clever defense mechanisms. When threatened, they produce a loud hissing sound by rubbing body parts together, warning predators to back off. If the danger continues, they can bite with powerful mandibles, using their strong jaws to defend themselves. Though fearsome in looks and strength, Atlas beetles are harmless to humans and usually avoid any confrontation. The giant stick insect. The Phobactis chan, also known as Chan's megastick, is one of the largest and rarest stick insects ever recorded, reaching lengths of over 50 centimeters. Found deep in the jungles of Sabah, Malaysia, only 3 specimens of this elusive species have ever been documented. The largest known specimen, measuring an astonishing 56.7 centimeters, was discovered on Calamort Island in 1989. It wasn't until 2008 that this specimen arrived at the Natural History Museum in London, where entomologist Philip Bragg officially described it. What makes this insect truly remarkable is its incredible camouflage. It resembles a twig so perfectly that when still, it becomes nearly invisible to predators. Unlike many insects that rely on spines or toxins for defense, Phobactis chan depends entirely on its masterful disguise. Its appearance can even adapt based on its environment, with some individuals developing leaf-like forms when living among foliage. Phobactis chan is a low-maintenance feeder, typically consuming plants such as ivy, privet, and lettuce, which has made it a favorite among insect enthusiasts as a pet. Despite its impressive size, very little is known about the behavior and habits of this mysterious insect. Its ability to hide in plain sight highlights the fascinating diversity and ingenuity found in nature. The giant water bug. The giant water bug is a fierce predator that spends much of its life lurking beneath the water's surface. Known for its sharp, needle-like mouthparts, this insect delivers venom to paralyze its prey swiftly. Its saliva contains powerful enzymes that liquefy the insides of its victims, allowing the bug to suck up the nutritious fluid. This unique feeding method makes the giant water bug a terrifying hunter, capable of capturing a wide variety of smaller aquatic creatures. For humans, a bite from a giant water bug can be excruciatingly painful, earning it the nickname toe biter. Despite its fearsome reputation, the giant water bug also reveals a surprisingly tender side, especially when it comes to parenting. Male giant water bugs are exceptional fathers. To attract a mate, the male performs a rippling dance in the water, shaking his body to create mesmerizing waves. If the female is impressed, she will lay her eggs on his back, entrusting him with their care. Once the eggs are laid, the male takes full responsibility for their survival. He carries the eggs on his back for weeks, ensuring they receive plenty of oxygen by frequently bringing them to the water's surface. Remarkably, the giant water bug breathes through a snorkel-like tube at the tip of its abdomen while underwater, allowing it to stay submerged for long periods. The dedication of the male giant water bug makes him one of the most devoted fathers in the insect world. When the eggs finally hatch, the tiny nymphs scurry off to begin their own life cycle. Yet, despite his care, the male remains a formidable predator, sometimes even eating his own offspring if the opportunity arises. The giant weta. New Zealand is home to the giant weta, one of the heaviest insects on Earth. These incredible creatures belong to the Anastostomatidae family and are primarily found on the remote islands of New Zealand. The largest species, like the Cook Strait giant weta and the Little Barrier Island giant weta, can weigh as much as 70 grams, roughly the weight of a small bird. These massive insects can grow over 4 inches long and are famous for their imposing size and powerful appearance. Giant wetas are primarily herbivores, feeding on a variety of plants including leaves, flowers, and fruits. Their strong jaws allow them to chew through tough plant material, playing an important role in maintaining ecosystem balance by aiding seed dispersal and controlling vegetation growth. When threatened, giant wetas rely on their hard exoskeleton and powerful hind legs for defense. They can deliver strong kicks or use their spiny legs to ward off predators. Their remarkable camouflage helps them blend seamlessly into their environment, helping them avoid danger. One of the most fascinating aspects of giant weta life is their unusual mating behavior. Males attract females by producing chirping sounds through body vibrations, a unique part of their courtship ritual. After mating, females lay up to 300 eggs in the soil. During colder months, giant waiters slow their metabolism to survive harsh weather and food scarcity. Despite their intimidating size and appearance, giant waiters are completely harmless to humans. Moving from one giant to another, the Titan beetle is another insect that leaves a lasting impression with its incredible size and strength. Which of these insects do you find the creepiest of the crawlies? Let us know in the comments below. See you next time.